the go-to for the how to. You know that you want to get beautiful.
Hi Primpers, welcome to part 2 of how to fix makeup mistakes. Now the other day I wrote about, when you apply a foundation incorrectly or if you've gone too heavy on the blush, how you can fix these issues. And it all kind of stemmed from a day I had last week where I had to redo my makeup twice, which was obviously a complete pain in the ass, and it wasn't for any particular reason. I wasn't trying new products or my skin wasn't a different colour or anything. I was just having a really bad makeup day. So anyway, this is part 2 of how to fix makeup mistakes, and today I'm going to be focusing more on eye makeup because there are really common things that kind of happen when we do our eye makeup that can go completely wrong, and that's never fun. So I think my first point is when it comes to eyeliner, we definitely want to always apply the liner as close as possible to the lash line. Now, I have seen many people make this mistake where they get their liquid liner and they pop it, there's even if it's just a millimetre of skin between the line and your lash line, and you've I've seen it on the bottom as well, and it's just never pretty. So basically, I think when it comes to liquid liner or any liner in particular, whether it's pencil or you're using a gel liner with a really fine brush, or a liquid liner like this one that also has a really fine brush, you just want to apply it. Just when you're applying it, just think about applying it into your lashes almost. You don't want any gap at all in between. I'm not going to do the liquid line today because I am going to demonstrate with some purple eyeshadow and it might all be a bit full on. However, if you have found that you've applied your liquid liner and there's a gap, go back into the space, even if it's a black pencil or some other product that you feel more comfortable using, and just fill in those gaps, because the last thing you want is a line or any showing of skin between your lashes and your line. You just want it all connected, and that is key. So go back over with a black pencil or try again with your liquid liner and just really focus on filling in that line. I've also seen people use their liquid liner on the bottom. I personally wouldn't do that. I know some people that's their thing, and that's awesome if it's yours. But for me, I think I prefer more of a kohl underneath the eye that you can kind of smudge a little bit just in the lower lash line. And again, just make sure, even if you do more of a thicker line, just then grab your brush or the end of your eyeliner pencil and just smudge it all in, because that's especially if you're going for more of a smoky eye, it just makes it look more natural and it's not so severe where you've got this thick heavy line and kind of showings of skin in between. That's not good, primpers. No. So just remember to always keep your eyeliner as close as possible to your lash line, and if you do find that you've made a mistake or it's just not going as close as you like, which happens to all of us, grab another product like an eye pencil or something that's not quite as hard to maneuver and just fill in those gaps. Or if you're feeling brave, go back over, or if all else fails, just grab an eye makeup remover wipe and just wipe it all away and start from scratch. So that's my first point in terms of fixing eye makeup mistakes. Secondly, I think a lot of us, I know this happens to me, when I am using a loose eyeshadow, something like this, the MAC pigments, I love them so much, but they tend to drop down. You have the drop down, and I do my foundation and my base first. That's just how I roll. And I feel weird doing it the other way, so I have a little trick for you guys. I've just got some loose powder here that I have dusted into the lid, and what I'm going to do, I learnt this the other day from our boss of gloss, actually, Kathy, and her vids will be coming up. I don't want to steal her thunder, but her vids on totally different things, but I love this trick so much and I think it's really great. So you just grab a big fluffy brush with the loose powder on the ends, and you literally just dab it on under your eyes. Now you do kind of look a bit nuts, I know, but no one's going to see you because it's in your bathroom. So you just dab that on before you do your eye makeup, and what this does is it catches all those little annoying bits of shadow that fall off. So I'm going to show you. So now I'm just going to grab my eyeshadow brush and the loose powder here, which does, as much as I love these MAC pigments, they tend to go everywhere. For me, they're even going all over my computer now. And I'm just going to grab the lid of that as well and just get some colour onto my brush. And I'm just going to pop them on like normal. And I can already feel some of them dropping down. So just kind of apply the colour as normal. I really like this colour actually, it's beautiful. I wrote about these the other day, well I talked about these the other day in 5 things I'm loving this week. I really love the purple, it's great. Anyway, so just kind of pop that on, and I don't know if you guys can see, but there has been some drop down, but I'm going to give even more just so that I'm just going to put it directly over the powder, just so that you know that it's there. It's not like one of those dodgy vacuum ads where they pick up the ball or they go over the balloon or whatever and you're like, whatever man, that's not really happening. This is real. Anyway, Primpers, so I'm just going to like literally dab it on so that you can see. I don't know if you can see, I should have probably used a dark colour, but there's definitely purple pigment there, and that's not something that you want on your face, especially after you've done your foundation and you've done your blush and everything, that's all perfect, and then you do eye makeup and it all spills down. So by this trick, literally put your eyeshadow on and it all drops down, and then you just grab your fluffy brush again, just clean it off and just dust all that powder away. Now this is a Redness Solutions powder, so it has got a slight hint of yellow in it. If you guys, depending on what colour your skin is or whatever, or you don't have any redness, just use a regular, just your loose powder, just the cream one, and brush it all away. And you can see in this light, hopefully, there is no pigment whatsoever. There's not even the slightest little molecule of purple under my eyes, so it's actually quite brilliant. So that is my second trick for fixing makeup mistakes. Always apply a loose powder under your eyes if you're going to be applying a loose eyeshadow so that you don't get any of the drop down. What else have I got here? I think finally, your best friend when it comes to doing eye makeup is a stick concealer. Now, obviously, concealers are used to cover any dark circles under the eyes, but they are also great for eye makeup mistakes and foundation. I mean, you can also use foundation, but I think this is so easy. So literally say I've applied, let's just get a bit more of this pigment, and I've like taken it out too far, like this, and I've gone, oh, that's not even with my side, or I apply a little bit of liquid liner, which I'll do right now, just onto the ends, let's say, like a little wing, and my wings don't match, and I'm like, oh, that's not right, that's not right. All you need to do is grab your concealer and literally erase it. And this is such a great trick. Now, this liner might not be dry, so I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds for that to happen. This is such a great trick for anyone that is often making eye makeup mistakes, which I do, everyone does, especially when you're using a liquid liner. This little thing, it's very hard to get right. And it's great just to have a stick concealer on board, close by, and you literally, it's like an eraser. It's brilliant. So I'm hoping that this will be dry and it's not going to make me look silly. But as you can see, you can literally just erase that line. Gone. Amazing, huh? Pretty exciting. And you can just keep building up that colour until it's completely erased. So I think definitely my third point for fixing makeup mistakes is always keep a stick concealer. I find a stick easier than if it's in a pot. It's much easier, literally like it's an eraser. So that is my third point for when you, especially when you're doing eyeliner or dark smoky eye or something that you kind of need to get right and you want something to quickly remove it so you can start again rather than having to remove all your makeup. A stick concealer will just be so handy. And this one is the Pop No Show Concealer, which is what I am using at the moment and loving. Anyway, Primpers, that's my top 3 kind of little hints, I guess, of fixing makeup mistakes. And I hope that they helped you and that you enjoyed it. See ya!